What's going on, Moron Nation? We're back again. Now, this is basically... I should probably introduce ourselves. I am Morgan.
I'm Sam.
And we're back, baby. This is what's going to be number 1. So, last week...
We had technical problems. Size was too big.
Hey, when they say size matters, they ain't lying.
And this is why we're morons.
For real, bro. You got to accept it. Embrace it. But we had some technical difficulties. Last week, we planned on posting episode 1 of this little shindig of a podcast. It did not work so
Pretty
well.
much, it was just him ranting about anime, so...
Hey. Yeah, a little bit. I don't even want to hear it. That crossover rant, though, it kind of went for a bit, but yeah. I digress. We were both rambling. We can just move on. And now, we tried to start this last episode, but I guess we're going to have to do it this time. We're going to hit you with an icebreaker before we get in today's topics. Sam, take it away.
And the icebreaker is that of Funkos. If y'all don't know what they are, they're collectible, pretty much bobbleheads.
Little vinyl
figures. They're amazing. And I wanted to start with this because
an obsession.
I have an obsession. I have a huge collection. I want to start with this because I want more hype for it. And pretty much, I found Boy Meets World Funko Pops the other night, right?
Jesus Christ.
And it was of Corey and Topanga, and that's all. And my thing is, I absolutely love this show. It is by far one of my favorites ever. But it's amazing because, I just found them. They came out in 2018, but I just found them the other night. And I'm just why do they not have more out? They should have, Mr. Feeney. They should have, Eric, Sean, other people from the show in this collection, but they don't. And so my rant here, my icebreaker, I guess, is for the hype. I want more people to express their feelings, what they want for Funkos.
Nobody cares about Boy Meets World.
Okay, and not even just Boy Meets World. Also, Boy Meets World's freaking fantastic. Shut the fuck up.
Whatever.
Okay. But not even just Boy Meets World. Just if you collect Funkos or if you're obsessed with them like I, just go out and, say you want this as a Funko. I mean, if my QB Russell Wilson can get a Funko, why can't other things get a Funko?
Boo Seahawks. They're going to get knocked out of the playoffs.
They already are.
I knew it.
I'm so upset.
Dude, okay. I did not keep up with football lately. I mean, go Chiefs, but that's about all I know right now.
All right, we should probably move on, get into today's topics.
Okay, so welcome to a little subject we like to call Nerd Talk. So this is just going to be our regular everyday nerdy talks segment, I guess we'll call it.
Pretty much anything.
First go around, we attempted to separate things into their own individual topics. That just trailed on for too long. I think so we just need to condense it.
Yeah.
Make it work a little bit better for our style. Get you guys more content in a shorter time. Just cram it down your throats.
Yeah. Also, just fair warning, we're still having tech problems. So, sorry if this isn't the best.
Yeah. If you guys are hearing this, it went okay.
It went okay. That's all that we can do.
Honestly. Otherwise, if you're not listening to this right now, it was another bust, and we're back to the drawing board again.
Trying to figure out things. But, we'll figure it out. We're going
to hope for the best.
Yes, hope for the best.
Now, I will let Sam take it away again.
All right. Again.
For the DC crossover event.
Okay, yeah, we're going to start with that. And pretty much, if you haven't watched it, 100% spoilers. Back off. Just get out of here. Well, okay. Just back off.
Skip,
5.
I don't
read the description below. We'll tell you the times.
Have timestamps.
We'll have timestamps to let you know, okay? So just skip to the next thing.
Skip next subject if you don't want spoilers for the crossover.
Yeah,
event.
But pretty much that crossover. Okay, here's what I'm going to say. It's epic. I love it. I love every part, except for I don't, because I feel like the whole entire 5th part could have been out of it. They could have crammed it all into the 4th. What the fuck was Bebo doing there? Anyone who doesn't watch the Legends doesn't know that reference. But seriously, I don't know, I just felt like that 5th part just kind of dragged it. They could have cut out all the bad stuff in the first 4 parts and just crammed all the good from the 5th part into it. But the crossover, it was awesome. I loved every part, every detail. oh my god, freaking connecting the universes, the TV show to the movie verse with that Ezra Miller scene.
That was crazy, dude. So I haven't personally watched all of that. I fell off. I'm slacking as a nerd. I'm slacking as a nerd. But Sam did do me the honors of showing me that little clip at least. And holy cow, dude, that was awesome. See, I'm such a sucker for little snippets of info like that. Like
that's what this whole crossover was.
Like, really? Yes. Dude, I'm going to have to like get on that because just seeing the scene with the two Flashes interacting and that movie verse finally having a connection to the TV verse. Oh, dude.
It's satisfying.
Nerdful bliss is
I'm
what
so hoping that in the movie, right? So we didn't know him as the Flash in the whole Justice League and everything. I'm hoping in the movie they tell us why he was in the Speed Force, tell us why, and actually incorporate the Flash being used in it that way.
Did they really not call him the Flash in Justice League?
No, they didn't.
That's wild. That makes more sense because I was watching that and he was like, the Flash. Okay, I get it. That's cool.
That's what the reference was. And then also him connecting it to Victor because that really was his first outgoing.
Victor Stone, Cyborg, if you did not obviously know.
It's all cool that they connected this. Hopefully there's a possibility that him saying that might joggle something in Flash's brain, find Cyborg. I don't know. We'll see if they ever incorporate Cyborg into TV shows.
I think it'd be sweet because, like, that movie verse of DC's, it's slacking, man.
Yeah.
Other than Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, which was fantastic.
Which isn't even really the DC universe.
It really isn't. But, like, as far as DC movies go, they're slacking, man. So to see a little bit of excitement in this like crossover event, it was so cool.
And see, that's the cool thing about like what they're doing now. The DC Universe movies have kind of started getting on board. They did Wonder Woman, Aquaman, they did Shazam. Those are all three big hitters. This Flash movie, if they do it right with connecting it to the TV shows, they already started it. But they do it right. That can be another banger for them.
There's so much potential for DC to just rock out because unlike Marvel, they haven't fully used up all of their resources. Well, Marvel hasn't, but they used up their big ones. Like, they took out, like, Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk. They're already, like... They're used toys now, man.
Well, Hulk's not.
Not Hulk, but like you get what I mean. They're in the bargain bin, dude. They have been used to their fullest potential, and now
if they do it, they're just bringing it for cash grab.
Exactly. Honestly, just let those characters rest. Unlike that, DC, they have all this potential. They've kind of milked Batman as far as Batman can be milked if you can milk a bat. Can you milk a bat?
I don't think you can.
This is the Moron. The comic
this is
Moron
what we think about.
Bro.
This is why we're morons.
For real, this is who we are. But back to what we were saying. They have so much potential as a franchise to do things as big as what the Marvel Cinematic Universe has done. And I just hope for the best for DC, man.
And see, that leads me back to the crossover, because of the fact that with all what has happened, they gave it so much potential for the future.
Oh, dude.
Because, okay, so I had this whole theory going for Batwoman before this podcast. I was going to release a video and everything, but I didn't. And then they released all the shows, trailers for the next episode, right? Or the rest of the season.
Yeah.
And I swear I wish I got this video out on Batwoman before because I called them bringing in... oh, God, why can't I remember her name right now? The vampire girl that they're bringing into Batwoman.
No clue.
I can't remember. Okay.
We'll just call her Vampire Bat Lady.
No, it's like Norview or something like that. I can't remember her name right now.
But that's a Pokemon.
I totally 100% guessed it, and I had a video that I was going to post out and bring out and totally didn't. And I'm upset, but
slacking. Hindsight is 20/20, people.
Right?
Remember that because
always do it. Always, if you have a goal, go do it. Just get it out.
Okay. Really? Like, if we're gonna turn this motivational for a sec, do what you want. Live your dreams.
We are such morons.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Okay, but no, the whole potential after this crossover, they're all on one Earth now, and then obviously they have their separate Earths for their separate shows and all that. But they're all on one Earth. Like, the potential for the future. After they made Lex Luthor a good guy now. Like, Lex is head of the DEO and Supergirl. Like, it completely screwed Supergirl's... Like, she's 100% rewritten at this point, kind of. And so, I can't wait to see the future they have for that. The future they have for Batwoman. am upset that they didn't decide to go with the route of actually keeping Batwoman, the rest of the season in the timeline they had for the crossover. They're going back to the timeline, which was what the show is based off, which I understand why, kind of, but at the same time, but
you just want more crossovers. You just want them all in the same boat.
That's the thing, though. I'm pretty sure next season they're going to jump Batwoman back into, the timeline.
They'll have to. Like, eventually, if they want to keep running with that whole Justice League theme that they're working towards...
They have to.
They have to. There's no way that they won't, like, just sucker back in.
Exactly. So, but, dude, I'm always been, like, biggest nerd of Flash. Like, that's what got me really into these shows. And so... the trailer for this season, right? Everything that they were working for was up to Crisis on the first half of the season. So now that Crisis is over, everyone's like, well, how does this affect our lives? And I was worried, like, to see how it negatively affected their lives. Like, if Cisco wanted to be team leader still, if like that. But dude, oh my god, like, Iris wants to go out and be her own girl. Like, she's like, you're not my Robin Hood, you're not my savior. I don't need you. Very girl power, but they're doing it right this time, whereas in like season 3 and 4 of Flash, they just did it wrong.
Yeah.
This time they're doing it like, I learned to live with thinking you were gonna die. I know how to protect myself now. I don't need you.
Iris is a badass, low-key.
She, like, really, I hope what the trailer set her up for, this badass woman, they're going to run with it, and they're going to do a good thing.
I swear, if they try and pull her back to being a damsel in distress, I'm going to be
That's the words they
dude.
used. I was trying to think of it. It was damsel in distress.
Dude, livid if they try and pull her back to that. Because she has set herself up to be such a badass female character that, honestly, not going to lie, these shows kind of need. Like, okay, Supergirl and Batwoman.
Batwoman is badass.
Batwoman's a badass. Supergirl, she's kind of getting there. But like,
no, you saw it in the crossover. She was the paragon of hope, and it's because of the fact that she's so light and not tough. She's like, just, I don't know, kind of the princess of all the superheroes.
It sounds bad to say it that way.
It sounds bad, but that's what they set her up to be.
So right, and
that's what they set her up to be. And so I'm happy they brought Batwoman, but I want Iris to be like, go out there,
give
be badass.
Me another badass woman in these shows. That'll be sick.
I hope they do that with Stargirl when Stargirl comes out.
Yeah,
I hope she's badass too. But
okay. So
they like Black Lightning, even shows that weren't connected to this, it's affecting them because Black Lightning, the trailer for that shows that like he went to he figured out there was a multiverse, and now there's not a multiverse.
And now he's got to go back to daily life.
And his daily life is still, he was on a different Earth. It was Earth 38. No, that's Supergirl's. It was Earth 30-something.
30-something.
30-something, and it was on his own Earth. Then he got brought in for the crossover, figured out there's multiverses, all this big stuff, right? But now his Earth is combined with this Earth, yet he's still having to go back to the same problems he was facing while knowing all this information, trying to figure out all this
said the word Earth
stuff.
So many times. Just in this
Have I?
Right.
Well, it's when you're talking about a multiverse, what word do you use? There's Earths. That's what they do. It's not planets. I can't say that. They set it up with Earth.
You make a good point. This is all DC's fault.
Exactly.
Well, I think that's a great way to wrap up the crossover. Now, let's get into everybody's favorite Marvel casting couch.
I love that. That's what we're calling it. The casting couch. Anytime anything comes out about Marvel casting someone, we're joining them.
It's the Marvel casting couch, bro.
Exactly.
They're going to have themselves a good old time on the black leather couch of casting, but this time it's PG. Yay!
Yay. My biggest, I guess, hype for this is Christian Bale for Thor.
Oh, dude.
I think that's awesome casting, and I really hope they go with that. And like
Beta Ray Bill.
Dude, I know.
I want him.
So if they're bringing him in, like everyone's rumoring right now, saying that it's Beta Ray Bill, I really want that.
That would be the sickest thing.
Or the only other way that I can accept Christian Bale is if he is what everyone else is saying, Gore the God Destroyer. That's the only other thing that I can accept.
Those are our two options here in the Comic Book Morons.
Because Christian Bale's just so big, and you just have to.
If you waste a name like that, dude, like you're just slacking, man. Marvel, don't slack.
And other reports, not really any names, I have to say, but people who they're casting for, rumors and everything. Obviously, WandaVision, they're rumors for their kids.
They're casting or looking to cast young Avengers, man.
Yeah, their kid, Wanda's and Vision's kids, and possibly, what was it, Hulkling?
Yeah, Hulkling. So, like, he's like a Skrull and Kree baby, but
like Hulk.
But like Hulk.
It's
so
interesting.
He's super cool. I think he'll be an interesting addition.
It will be.
If they push towards this whole Young Avengers thing, I think it could be kind of cool.
I think that's cool, too, because with the Loki castings, there are possible casting for Loki as a boy. It's uncertain if it's just, a different version of Loki, or possibly Loki does something, tricks something, and accidentally gets stuck in boy form. But
That'd
the other
be kind of cool. I like to see how they play off that.
Yeah.
Loki getting stuck as a kid.
That would be cool too. And then the other one, which if you've been keeping up with Doctor Strange information, there's a rumored villain for Scarlet Witch being in that movie, Enchantress. And so what Loki is casting right now, rumors say, is the younger version of Enchantress, kid version right now.
Interesting.
It is very interesting. As far as like all the other castings go, there's not really much out there right now. But tomorrow, there's rumors that Friday the 17th, right? They're supposed to release more casting information for future upcoming events.
Interesting.
It is very interesting. I actually kind of wish they would, but I understand that they don't, because they usually keep stuff like that big to their
keep it on
Comic-Cons.
the TL, DL.
They like coming out with that stuff for Comic-Cons, but the rumors are for She-Hulk, Moon Knight.
Dude, if I see a Moon Knight movie, I might bust.
Moon Knight is it's Disney Plus show. It's coming out.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Dude, I think I'm going to have to go buy me Disney Plus, because, like, Moon Knight literally has been one of my favorite characters in comics for the longest time. I have loved his whole story.
Okay, so the rumor right now, no confirmed, but the person they're saying is possibly being talked to about casting is Daniel Radcliffe, obviously. Harry Potter himself,
That'd be an interesting.
It'd be an interesting.
He'd have to pack on some muscle.
Oh my God, yes.
The kid was so scrawny.
Well, see, if you've seen him recently, like, he is bigger, but no, he has to go through Marvel superhero training camp.
For real, if he's gonna become Moon Knight, like the jacked man himself, kid's gonna have to hit the weights.
It's gonna be interesting.
I love how I say kid, but he's older than both of us.
All right, I think that about wraps up the casting couch for
Marvel's
today.
casting couch of the week.
Alrighty.
There we go.
We're gonna jump into trailers now.
Aha. Okay. So the first trailer that I'd like to hit is our new little. It's like a Black Widow almost teaser trailer, but it's like.
It's interesting because it's set up as a teaser, but it's also a trailer.
Yeah, it's only supposed to be like a little snippet, but there's
it's enough.
It's quite a bit of information just for a little bit.
I'm wondering, because they're supposed to have a new trailer come out on Monday.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what their trailer for Monday is, what they're trying to do and all that.
We say Monday. This is January the 16th.
Today, so Monday the 20th.
So we're trying to. Is it
January 20th?
Sure 16th. Yeah, I hope it's 16th, or I'm gonna sound like it is.
It is. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what we're looking forward to.
Okay, but as far as
this little one, they packed a whole lot into it.
They packed more action into this one. It was
very.
It was lacking action in the first one. It was more story based.
Which I can understand that. Like, you get the story elements to get, like, people hyped up. Like, let me theorize about some things I noticed in this.
And then your teasers are the ones that you take.
You want to see
the action.
Fight.
Yeah. Dude, the Taskmaster, though.
I
love that.
Taskmaster is literally another one of those, like, favorite characters.
It is one of my favorite
that I've just been waiting to see put on the big screen.
I'm so happy, like, when I saw him in Spider-Man, like the PS game.
Oh my gosh,
that was awesome. I was
sick.
So waiting for them to do something like this, and I'm happy they brought him.
He's such a cool character. He doesn't get enough love. Honestly, he's one of the sickest characters. Being able to just see somebody make a move and then immediately just bam, copy it.
Exactly.
Like, any hand-to-hand combat hero out there, this man has a good chance of bodying.
Even dude, he's been able to take on, like, Iron Man, on, like, other people, like...
Super-powered heroes, this man will still go toe-to-toe with.
Exactly.
It's insane.
My biggest thing... Okay, so I hated the costume in the first one, but it's, like, the same costume, it just was different lighting, and I loved it. And I don't know, so, like, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's just... the way they set it up is weird. But my thing with Taskmaster, my biggest problem is people are saying this, that it's Clint Barton. I don't understand why people are saying it.
Why would Clint be Taskmaster, though?
Like,
he just started his whole shebang as Ronin.
Well, but like, okay, think about it this way. It was right after Civil War. This is the in-between Civil War to Infinity War.
Oh, okay, I see.
And so...
I did not know.
So he went into retirement after Civil War, which he was on house arrest up until... when Thanos snapped his fingers.
He was still under house arrest, so how would he be able to go jilly jogging around as Taskmaster, kicking some bootay?
And where did he get this special ability to read people's...
Exactly.
Everyone who is listening to this, who believes into that theory, stop, please.
You're a clown.
Stop, please.
I know we're morons in Moron Nation, and we're the
But we're smart enough to know and watch and look. It's common sense. Come on.
Just let Taskmaster shine. Don't suck him into Clint's whole shebang, dude. I just want him to be his own beautiful flower.
He needs to be. Okay. On that note,
on the beautiful
flower note, we'll talk about that Morbius trailer that just dropped.
Oh yes, sir.
Been waiting for it for a long time.
Batman. He's like Batman, but actually Batman.
Bat spaceman, you know?
Batman.
He is the man of the bats.
No, because Man-Bat's his own character.
Oh, that's right.
This is where things get complicated. We're just going to call him Vampire Boy.
We'll just call him Morbius because that's his name.
Shh. Hush, child. Just live the fantasy of Vampire Boy.
Okay, so I'm on edge. I love Morbius. I'm so happy they're doing this movie. I'm actually kind of concerned because it's Sony, but Sony did good with Venom. But I'm on edge because it's Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Jared Leto after Joker.
And nobody feels confident with
I don't think anyone is confident. I don't know anyone who said they are. Don't know anyone who is. But, you know, I'm interested to see how they go about doing this. But really, the only things I want to talk about with this is the fact they're connecting it to the MCU.
Yeah, for real.
Because they're... Okay, so the reports are saying that J.J. Abrams... or J.J. Jones. Is it Jones? Abrams is the director.
Yeah.
The director.
I don't know. Sure. We'll just run with it. They're all too many.
Anyway, J.J. Jones, you know, the person you saw in the original Spider-Man trilogy and obviously at the end of Far From Home saying, you know, Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Yeah. That guy is rumored to be in this with his, you know...
Are you talking J. Jonah Jameson?
J. Jonah.
What are you talking about, J.J. Jones? I was so confused.
I don't even know, bro.
I just heard you say
I have so many names.
He was Spider-Man, and I was like, wait, is this man
I have so many names in my head right now of things that I'm trying to get out.
I was like, is this man talking about J. Jonah Jameson?
I just am mixing everyone together.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm a disgrace to nerds. Let's get past that.
You better not cut this. That was the best part about this dang podcast, other than the casting couch. Keep it moving.
Keep it moving, but there's rumors he's going to be in it. Obviously, if you've seen the trailer, you saw the original Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire version, painted on that wall with murderer over him. I love how they're connecting that, but not only that, you saw Vulture at the end, Michael Keaton himself.
Oh my goodness, that got me excited, dude. I loved Vulture, dude. I'm so glad he actually...
Vulture was great. Michael Keaton is great, dude. Who are we kidding?
Like, he did a fantastic job. Because I remember watching that movie, and Vulture literally, like, in his scenes, he gave me chills.
Dude, it was so amazing. Especially the one in the car where he's talking to Peter.
That's kind of what I was referencing to.
Dude, I know. It's like you felt that.
You're on the edge. You're like,
It's like you were sitting next to Peter, and you were like,
dude, like,
bro, you better not fuck with him.
What we gonna do, Chief? Like,
what are we gonna do? But it's awesome because I know, like, okay, if you really know comic history, you know Morbius is an anti, you know, he does his own thing. He's not really a villain, not really a hero. He kind of the same with Venom. And so it's cool to see that they're setting all this up for the possibility of Sinister Six.
They're building it, and dude, Sinister Six with this cast that they're starting, it gets me excited.
Because look at it this way, though, because remember at the end of Homecoming, he's like, don't fuck with the kid, pretty much because he saved my life, you know?
Yeah.
But he didn't say that. Obviously, he's in jail. He would have got beat.
For real.
But it's interesting to see this because they're setting it up with people who are I'm pretty sure at the end of Morbius we'll see it, who are saying they were villains, right? But are good, because Venom, if you've seen it, it's like he wants to be better.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, it's interesting to see how the Sinister Six, if that's what they're really setting up for, which we all know Sony, that's all they've ever wanted. But if they're really setting it up for this, it's interesting to see if that's what they're doing, like a trickster gang instead of like actual just
for real
villains.
Yeah.
And so, like, who else could they bring in? I would assume Carnage, because the Carnage movie that's coming out. Or dude, Venom 2 and Carnage.
I don't know. See, that's a really good question. I think we're just, honestly, I hate to say it, but, you know, they're going to do it like this anyway. We're just going to have to wait and see, man.
It really will be a wait
I love to theorize about stuff like this, but then they just, like, hit you out of left field with some of these characters. That
dude, I know. I'm like, see, this is the biggest thing. I think all companies, all fans want this right now with Norman Osborn, and so I'm pretty sure they're gonna end up throwing Norman Osborn in there somehow, whether it be Green Goblin or just Norman Osborn with his Oscorp, and just like throwing him just in like with the brain, just the brain
and the money behind the operation.
Exactly,
I could see that.
I could see it too, because they kind of set it up at the end of, like, Sony, the way they do it, they're always teasing everything. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to reference this. We all know that
teasing media.
We all know this is the worst Spider-Man, chain. But in The Amazing Spider-Man, remember the very... yeah, I know, right? It's awful. But
I hate it. The only thing good about him was his hair.
Okay, but remember that how it was Norman Osborn, and you just go in that science room at the end, and it had all the suits for what the Sinister Six was.
Yeah.
There was the money and the brains.
For real.
I could see Sony still running with that.
Yeah, definitely. They might pull from their old ideas, since they really never got to finish what they wanted to start with the Amazing Spider-Man.
Thank God.
I'm so glad. Dude.
Andrew Garfield, he was an amazing actor, but hair. That just like...
Very good hair.
Very good hair. Dude. We're going to get off on his hair for a second there,
hair
but it's
tangent.
Fine.
but they need... I'm so glad they scrapped that, because now we have Tom Holland.
And Tom Holland is going back and being in the Venomverse and all that too, and so it's like exciting to see that.
Yeah, I love Marvel, and they just know how to mash things together, like to connect universes. Like, I hate to say it, DC, they're like the grandfather of smashing universes, but Marvel just nowadays does it so much cleaner.
It is. It really is. And it's especially because, like, DC just fell off that train. When DC first started, I think everyone back in the 90s with wasn't Michael Keaton at that time being Batman?
Something like that, I think. I don't know.
It was either the Michael Keaton or the Christian Bale. I don't remember.
Like that.
But it was, like, when they started back then with Batman and all that, it was, I mean, great for its time. When they had Brandon Routh, Superman, great for its time. But, like, now DC just... I think they still want to stick to those roots.
Yeah. I think they're sticking to it too hard, and
that's a difference.
They're afraid to take the leap and try and change things.
The TV shows, there's a difference there for them, whereas they're doing the new with the TV shows, and they're finally getting that in the movies, they have to go with the TV shows. And so that's
honestly,
the thing.
I've thought they should have just run with TV show ideas for the longest time, because they're just so much more successful than their movie franchises.
I know. Even if you take the TV shows and literally just make a movie based off of the TV show.
That would be the dream if they just movie-fied some of their dope TV
seriously,
shows.
Their crossovers, who cares if they even have crossover each season? Just make the crossover freaking movie.
That would be the coolest thing.
DC would make so much more money.
DC, watch our podcast and take ideas, man.
Take one idea. If you have any ideas from this, take that, or John Diggle being Green Lantern. Just throwing that out there.
That'd be kind of sick.
They did reference it in the crossover, the Green Lantern show.
Really?
They did. At the end, when they're showing all the Earths.
We need something to like.
They are doing a Green Lantern show.
That is great. We
on
need
HBO Max.
We need something to help the Green Lantern franchise.
Especially after Ryan Reynolds. They have not been able to touch it because of how bad they bombed it.
That just left a sour taste in all of our mouths.
But that's my point, is the fact that, like, everyone everyone I see says they want John Diggle to be Green Lantern. We already know they're doing a Green Lantern show. It's coming out on HBO Max, but do John Diggle. Like, give the fans what they want for once.
Give that man purpose.
John Diggle is an amazing man. He just got closure with actually getting his daughter Sarah back. So, like, get that, get that closure for him of actually being something more.
For real. John Diggle 2020.
John Diggle 2020. Dude, that would be awesome if John Diggle was a real character. I'd vote for him for president.
Why did we get off this?
We got off so bad because we were talking about the Morbius trailer.
For real.
Sorry.
How did we land up here for
with
Morbius?
John Diggle? We just did.
This is just our train of thought. Welcome to Moron Nation.
This is how we talk. This is what sprouted the idea of the podcast. Just talking.
For real.
But
I feel like it's way more organic this way if we just have these conversations and
exactly.
let it trail off.
And we want to have these conversations with y'all, So just like leave your comments down below.
For real. Let us know what you want to hear and what you think of our format, I guess.
Also, let us know if you want more videos throughout the week of like just smaller stuff.
For real. Like, let us know if you just want to start pumping out content.
Because we're trying to do this podcast thing. We really are. We find time all the time to try to do it. But, sometimes life gets in the way and everything,
For real. But I'm glad we were able to bring you guys this quality entertainment for this week.
Yeah. Honestly,
you think that's a good note
I think we're going to end on that.
So
we do have, obviously, there's always more topics we could cover. But like we said, we want to keep it short, keep it slow,
we
short
want to make
for y'all.
this consumable to you guys. We don't just want to cram too much into one video, so it's like hard to approach for new
Exactly,
viewers.
But we do ask, like, you just stay tuned, stay with us. We're here for y'all, just to talk with y'all.
Absolutely, and hopefully there is talk in the works about guest hosts coming to join us.
Yes, I actually have been talking to a few people with them wanting to come on, join us, have more of a conversation.
That would be so cool because we
cool.
already love bouncing ideas off each other, and you guys sometimes, if we can get some feedback in the comments, we'd love that back and forth.
That back and forth, because we're gonna try to respond.
For real, absolutely.
We're here as a community. We are Moron Nation,
For real, follow us on Instagram. Comic Book
I
Moron.
still haven't gotten that back up.
Okay, so we had an Instagram, but...
We did have an Instagram. It got booted. Don't know why, like spam bugs or something inside of our servers.
Good old Instagram.
Good old Instagram. But we will get that up as soon as we can. Once you do, obviously,
we'll give an update in the video or something.
Oh, yeah,
or just
definitely will.
So, yeah.
I mean, as far as this week goes, just leave a like, subscribe, turn that notification bell on.
Absolutely, baby. Let's build this up.
Build this up, and you know what? Just keep on rolling with it.
For real. And with that said, we'll call it a day. Keep it real. Keep it real, Moron
I love the
Nation.
way this is how you tell we're unscripted.
For real,
we're
dude.
Just here to have fun.
We're definitely. Right. I'm trying, as I'm doing this, I'm trying to think of a way to close this. So I'm just gonna say,
I'm Sam.
I'm Morgan, and keep it real, Moron Nation. We'll see you later.